Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be looking at Season 3 of Reacher. So in Season 3, Reacher gets himself recruited by a rug importing business, and while his objective is to rescue a DEA informant, he also has his sights set on Xavier Quinn, a man from his past. So despite the fact that Season 2 was deemed inferior to Season 1, expectations were still sky high for Season 3, and based on the glowing response from the fan base, those expectations were met, or exceeded depending on who you ask. As for me, this is now not only my favorite season of Reacher, but it's one of my favorite seasons of television, period. You know, I didn't think the series could get any better than Season 1, and yet, shockingly, I was wrong. So let's get into it. So firstly, part of the reason why this season worked so well is because it completely changed up the formula. You know, Reacher isn't teaming up with a ragtag group to investigate the murder or death of somebody, and instead he spends most of the season in Zachary Beck's estate. Zachary Beck being the owner of the rug importing business, known as Bizarre Bazaar. And this time, the ragtag group he's working with is a couple of DEA agents operating from the outside. So yeah, it was an interesting change of dynamics for the show's formula. There's a couple of standout characters in the season as well, such as Susan Duffy, the DEA agent leading the investigation into Zachary Beck. There's Richard, Zachary Beck's son, who forms a special bond with Reacher. Paulie is Beck's personal bodyguard, and the one character that everybody couldn't wait for Reacher to go toe-to-toe with. And of course, Xavier Quinn, a former US military intelligence lieutenant turned arms dealer. And fun fact, Xavier Quinn was played by Brian T, who you might recognize as DK from Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. With this season being based on Persuader, the 7th book in the Jack Reacher series, there were a couple of notable creative liberties taken with the story. For example, the return of Frances Neely despite her absence from the book, the circumstances that lead to Reacher getting recruited into Bizarre Bazaar, the removal of Elizabeth Beck, Zachary's wife and Richard's mother, and a certain change-up in Reacher's love interest for the season. Not only were these changes surprising to me, having read the book prior to the premiere of the season, but they were also effective enough in their own rights. While the season does maintain the sharp, witty humor and dialogue of the previous seasons, in some ways it feels like the darkest season of the 3 so far, and in some ways the most brutal. And thankfully this doesn't deter from the overall experience, in fact it actually enhances it. And for those of you who have seen it, who could forget the finale? It's everything you want it to be and possibly more, and does a good job in continuing the show's tradition of wrapping up the story in a satisfying manner without relying on some kind of cliffhanger or setup for the next season. I mean, sure, we are getting a 4th season, and we're even getting a Neely spin-off, which I'm interested in, but if hypothetically the show were to end here, I'd be happy with that. And with all of that being said, I don't have any issues with this season. It's perfect from start to finish, and I would highly recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. So yeah, that's pretty much the review, guys. So I'm going to be taking a small break from making reviews because I have a very special announcement to make. After years of hard work and careful planning, I am very excited to announce that my debut novel, Tragedy Strikes, will be self-published through Amazon on April 25th. Tragedy Strikes tells the story of Aaron Morrison, a bank teller whose life is turned upside down when a mysterious man known as Skullface coerces him into carrying out a deadly assassination plot within his own hometown. It is the first book in my planned series called The Regnum Saga and will be available in ebook and paperback formats. The ebook version is available for pre-order, so I'll leave a link for that in the description if you're interested. So yeah, over the next few weeks you can look forward to bits and pieces of promotional material for the book. So look forward to that very soon. Thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like the video, share it and subscribe. Ring the bell. Take care and I'll see you soon.